Love beer and Magic? Want to have a few and still make those big brain plays? Now you can. Athletic Brewing offers high-quality, non-alcoholic craft beers. From IPAs to stouts, they've got you covered. Head over to athleticbrewing.com and use code BTC25 for 25% off your first order. Hello and welcome to Brew Tap Cast. I am Tap here for the last of the Zendikar Rising Festivals on Magic Arena. This is on the edge, so this is the last of them. I've had a great time doing these. I think they're a lot of fun. This one's a nice little top off of it. This is a little micro format, a 3-set format. So this is Ikoria, Core Set 2021, and Zendikar Rising. Those are the three sets that you can pull from for this little mini format, and that's what it is. It's a Omnath Locus of Creation band. Everything else is free game. So just like last time, 2,500 gold, 500 gems, these 2 text emotes as your first 2 wins, and then these lovely alt art card styles with Marag as the sort of ultimate culmination of all these things. I like this idea. It's really neat. I have no idea what's good here. I have a couple decks that I think are fun, but it's such an open world. It's such a brave new Zendikar that you can go and explore with all these 3 sets, and who knows? Like, I don't think Mono Red's going to be a key player here. I put together 2 decks, so this one's pulled sort of straight from standard here. A Lurrus Rogues with a little bit of a lot of mill in here. So we have a Ruin Crab. We have ways to get it back with Agadeem's Awakening and Lurrus, and then there's a whole bunch of the mill package with those Rogues as well. We have a little bit of Permission with Lofty Denial, Essence Scatter, Neutralize. We have some stealing abilities with a Little Mage's Domination. We have Removal with 4 copies of Blood Chief. There's 2 Heartless Acts and then Eliminate. It's sort of just like, I'm not really sure. This seems like a fairly powerful deck with a good amount of recursion. The big thing we're missing is the card draw from Into the Story, so we have a Ghostly Pilferer in here to try to get some extra draw. It's not great because it does have to be tapped, and you do have to pay 2 to draw a card when it untaps. So not really sure if that's also really that great, but we can also try to draw some cards with the Merfolk, Rinwobber, and Lurrus of the Dream Den. So there's a little bit of card draw, not really anything close to that original deck. The other idea that we had for this is an Izzet aggro spell. So this is your Sprite Dragon aggro deck with Stormwing Entity as a big finisher. Don't really know how this is going to go. There's still a lot of stuff that can remove the Sprite Dragon pretty easily, but we do have a little protection in the couple copies of Shell Shield and Unsubstantiate. Those are what's going to sort of be our big old powerhouses of getting those out. I think Sprite Dragon's be pretty weak to stuff like Blood Chief's Thirst. At least that is a sorcery speed spell, so you can get the Sprite Dragon out attacking for a little bit of damage, maybe trigger some counters there with some of the spells you have. But really, you just a lot of single mana or 2 mana cantrip, burn spells, power pumping things, removal, whatever you want to do there. There's a lot of it there. One thing to note, 2 copies of Seagate Stormcaller. This is cool. Early game, you can copy, like, say, Double Shock. Double triggers on the Sprite Dragon, do some extra damage, pretty cool. Late game, if you go that way, you can sort of out of nowhere, if you have a Sprite Dragon that's low on counters, cast something like a Shock, triple it, go to town, have a lot of fun. So definitely can be very explosive. Maybe Unleash Fury as that spell that gets duplicated multiple times to really just skyrocket that power and really do a whole lot of damage. So removal, also want to talk about Magnetic Channeler. This is most likely going to be a 2-mana 4/4 that, yes, can get some beats in, or you can just exile, get some card advantage off the top of your library, and cast those cheap cantrippy / 1 to 2 mana spells. So definitely has potential to be explosively powerful. Don't know if it's really going to have the power to get there. Again, I have no idea if these decks are going to work. I think maybe mono white could work, like an aggressive mono white strategy might be really cool, but I don't really know. I'm sure there's some good control decks in there too, but these are the 2 that I'd like to try. Maybe we try some other things, but we're going to get into the games, and let's see what happens. Opponent is Chico Stefcho? Chicho Stefcho? Okay. All right, so Fabled Passage. Keep. We're going to mountain. Or an island. What should we get? I guess let's see what our opponent's doing. They're Lurrus. They're probably going to be Roguey boys. Yeah, Roguey boys. So let's go ahead and get a mountain. No, let's get an island. Get a mountain there. Get in. Probably just going to get Blood Chief thirsted next turn, but we'll see. We draw any kind... Oh, we didn't draw land. Okay, so we can ram through here. I crash through. I keep saying crash through. Oh, you know, we should have opted. Really should have opted, because that was just assuming that we would get a land. We didn't. Yeah, that was just me being a dork. That's a land. It's a guaranteed land that we can get in here, so. Attack it for 3. Play that tap. So now we know we can at least... we can kill that if we want to, and then cast a Storming Entity. We can shock that, even if they get us milled for 2 more. This is 7 or 8. 8. So even if they mill us for 3 here, that's fine. Gonna get him for 1. I think we're actually gonna shock the robber. Oh, that changes things. So we can exile a Thieves Guild Enforcer and Stormwing Entity. I like that. That's okay. Oh, that's why that's not okay. Okay, well... Let's see what they do here. Let's attack. They're going to take it. Let's Stormwing Entity then. So now we have a, machine gun removal here to get things out of town here. Thrill Possibility, I don't think I want. Crash Through. I have enough one small things. I'd rather get a land here so that we can guarantee cast these things. So I guess we should have led with a shock on the Thieves Guild Enforcer. That was a little bit bad on me. I was not thinking. Hopefully that doesn't harm us. Get in for 4. Mill 2. There's a Sprite Dragon down the drain and a land, which would have been kind of crummy. Take it. No blocks. There's a mountain. All right, so... we can Blitz, Shock, Crash Through. Let's draw a card. Try to kill the Soaring Thought Thief. Gets Lofty Denialed. Okay. Still get the triggers. I'm gonna go for the gold here. Block and probably sack. Nope. Block and sack. Okay. So we could say 6, 7, 8. We can deal with an 8. Doesn't really seem worth it right now. And then we're going to see if we can snipe the Thieves Guild Enforcer here. Unless they got Jawar Disruption, that's going to happen. All right, so we kill that guy. We have a Royal Eruption for next turn. Which is just going to kill them, I think. Cycle, yeah, so we got this. We got this. They're just looking for a flyer, probably, to block. Yep, that's not going to do it. Let's just... I think we just go for it here, right? No, we probably shouldn't have, right? So now they're going to sack. Yeah, it was bad on our part. Because now they... Yeah, that was stupid. Because we just may have given them something to survive with. That's fine. Yeah, so that was bad. We gave them an out. But we still got there, so... That was pretty good, though. That was a little bit of misplay. But wasn't too bad. We had a good follow-up. If we didn't need to keep going, we could have Stormwing Entity again, and then that would have been fine. My opponent is If I Were an Animal. Well, you are a human. Humans are animals, so... I guess go on, because you are one. I think we're going to keep this, and we might just play this as an island and then opt. End of turn, something like that, so... because we are on the end of their turn, because we do want to try to get into some more lands here. Opt. Fabled Passage. Yeah, we'll keep that. We really do need a land, so... Go ahead and play the Fabled Passage. Go get ourselves... I guess a crash through, and then... Yeah, so we want double red right now, especially with all the red in our hand. Alright, Ooze. So we could just Royal Eruption the Ooze right now and take our time. Yeah, let's do that. Kill the Ooze. Pass the turn. I mean, that is a little bit of a problem because it can... Storm makes our Blitz of the Storm Raptor a little bit worse, but it's not really huge. Alright, so that's fine. We can also Royal Eruption that if we felt like it, too. And I kind of want to do that. But we also want to hit our land drop, so... Let's see what we got here. Didn't hit a land drop. Let's go ahead and try to get a creature out. Hopefully they don't have too much damage there. We're going to draw a card. We can crash through to draw another card. No. Go ahead and put the Sprite Dragon on top here. Because we can Sprite Dragon ram crash through to get a bunch of damage in the air. Or crash through, not ram through. Alright, so hopefully they don't have something like a ram through. Hopefully they don't have that fight spell. They may just fight. Nope, okay. It's not too bad. Put it on the Ooze. Alright, they didn't put it on the Ooze. Alright, gonna go in for 6. No blocks. No blockage for me. Alright, so there's the Sprite Dragon. So we can cast the Sprite Dragon. We can ram through, get our Fabled Passage, and then hold up a Shell Shield. We are rapidly getting hurt, though. Five plus 3 is 8. I don't think we want to cast that just yet. Do we just attack with the Stormwing Entity here? Yeah, let's just do the 4 here. We want to save the Sprite Dragon for a block. We can get it up to 3 plus 3 is 6. So we have 6 power here, or 6 toughness. So if the Kazandu Mammoth's going to get in. But it would have gotten in even if we left the Stormwing Entity back. So, but we can block the Ooze, hopefully, profitably. This is going to get larger, actually. I didn't even think about that. So now we want to see a Blitz, although the Blitz is only going to be a few here. All right, so that's going to get huge. So maybe I regret not royally erupting it before. All right, Blood Chief's Thirst going to kill that guy. So that's not very good. So we're going to get in for 7, 8, 9 here, going to 5. I don't think we have the power to one-shot our opponent here, do we? They have 3 green mana. Another Mammoth. Gonna go our turn. Royal Eruption, Royal Eruption. No, so Royal Eruption, Unleash Fury, that's... So we deal 3 to them, which becomes a 4. We cast spell, becomes a 5. It goes to 10, so we only do 13. So we have to Channeler for a blocker. Royal Eruption, the Kazandu Mammoth. attack for 4. And then hopefully they don't have removal for the Channeler here. Then we can block the Kazandu Mammoth, take 2. And then next turn, we have the ability to win. That's okay, I think. As long as they don't have removal for the Channeler, I think we're good. They have removal for the Channeler? No, they're looking at it. Maybe they don't know what it does. Maybe they want to just attack. Yes, we want to block. Yes, ma'am. Yes, please. Block. Hopefully, no trample effects. All right, so we go to 3. A land would secure this. That's fine. It's not a land. All right, so let's see here. We can... Royal Eruption, they go down to 9. The Stormwing goes up to 4. So I think we have this. There's no reach. So Royal Eruption. Five, 10, and then swing in the air. And got there. Out of nowhere with the Izzet Stormwing Entity Sprite Dragon shenanigans. So Golgari is a tough matchup, though, because there's a lot of cheap removal, and Bloodchief's Thirst is just a really good card. All right. Akuchi is our opponent. Akuchi. Akuchi, Kichi, yeah. All right, we are on the play. Don't have any blue sources here. Makes me kind of want to mulligan, because playing out, and they're all like sort of tap or shock or bolt lands. So let's go ahead and mulligan. Not too much better, but I think we'll actually keep this. Go ahead and crash through to the bottom, and then lead with a Spikefield Hazard on the battlefield and pass the turn. So depending on what our opponent's going to play, we could lead with the Riverglide pathway. And I think we will. Go ahead and get our Sprite Dragon out. Get in for a damage. This might be a little bit too crazy. We just don't know what our opponent's playing. If it's mono green. Alright, looks like a mutate thing. Okay. We can shock and opt to get in for some damage, get above the counter thing. I think we'll definitely shock here. Don't want that to live right now. Let's go ahead and opt. Get this guy out of range. Keep the shock on top. Seems good to me. I think we'll play the Shatter Skull Smashing here, actually. Well, yeah, because we want to be able to cast something at instant speed if we want to. So let's go ahead and keep that untapped. Pass the turn. If we have a reason to want to shock something on their turn, or just shock something in response, we can do that. I think we'll hold it. Another mountain. All right, so let's go ahead and crash through here. Draw a card, pump our creature. All right, that didn't help. Play a mountain, attack, and pass. So theoretically, we could have had an extra damage point here, but I'd rather save up a shock for maybe a creature, or maybe something that's... Okay, so that's not great, but it's not going to matter, because we can probably get around it. So go to our turn, second Sprite Dragon. Go ahead and Sprite Dragon. And I think I'm actually willing to lose the smaller one here, just in order to actually get this guy dead. Because if he does mutate, probably won't matter. We're not going to lose anything necessarily. But now we have basically any sort of removal spell here. Or direct damage. That's essentially... Actually, any direct damage would get it to 6. So unless they have some sort of reach thing, they don't. So Crash Through is going to draw us a card, get us up to 6. Doesn't have reach, so that's good. And that is an unsubstantiate, so that's the win right there, I think. Return that to a hand, and there we are. So mono green, mutate, a little too slow for this Sprite Dragon aggro. All right, Rivendest. Rivendest. That's our opponent. We go first. Got a Ruin Crab. Soaring Thought Thief. Seems good. Seems good to me. What you got, Mr. Opponent? Island. Crab of the Ruin variety. Pass the turn. Most likely we are going to play the Swamp here. And then Soaring Thought Thief. We'll probably kill the crab with something removal-based here. Pass the turn. hold up our Thought Thief. Although I think that's a better target as the Rune Crab anyways here. Like this early on, because most likely we're just going to be getting up here pretty quick. Yeah, that's fine. Play out our Thought Thief. Don't have a 3-mana play here. Not worth shocking in to get Lurrus in hand. Don't think that's really worth killing. So do we get our mill going? Go get a blue source. Pass the turn. Or attack, and then pass the turn. So now we're up to Lord Zone. Mill a little bit more. Pass the turn. Ooze is going to be a big problem, so this is probably going to get saved for the Ooze here. That's also kind of a problem. Could also just steal it, right? Just steal it. I think we just maybe just steal it. Get a blue source. So 3 less. So it's triple white to gain control of creature with converted mana cost. So we need 1 more land drop. Actually, I think we're just going to kill it. I can steal something else. Because that they could go get stuff, and I don't want to have that happen. Gotta love those sleeveys. Kazandu Valley. Corpse Churn, mill 3, return a creature card from graveyard. Probably going to be a Fiend Artisan, if I had to guess. Ooh, a Gargi Boy. A Gargi Boy would be pretty cool. Nope, gonna be the Fiendish Artisan. Gonna cast the Fiendish Artisan. I think we'll probably take that now. I mean, because it costs 3 less. Meaning I get an X for 2 anyway. So let's do that, yeah. Let's go ahead and... Do I have any creatures in the graveyard? No. Go ahead and play this. Tapped. I see no reason not to. Ruin Crab them away. Back in. Mill them for 2 more. There are 22 cards. Take their boy. So this can... Oh, that would have been a better one to take, huh? Can always just draw some removal for that, probably. Like that guy. Mill. We're getting there. Pass the turn. Got a counter spell. So they got 15 cards, so we don't necessarily have too much of a mill. We get some rogues online. That'd be pretty cool to start milling out that final bit. It's getting pretty close. That Fiend Artisan on their side is pretty scary. Massacre, where I'm going to get a counter spell. 100%. Don't want that guy in here. So this is where we really want card draw. That ain't card draw. That just ain't card draw. I don't know if we'll be able to do this, to be honest with you. Get more blue or black? Looks like we probably want more blue. This actually has to tap, right? So... Yeah, let's just attack here. So sack another creature, search your library for a creature card with a converted mana cost extra less, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Okay. So I don't remember what's in my library, so what would we want to get here? I think it's just all like the top end of these other rogues. But we can cast this and still do it. So let's go ahead and do that. We can sack. We can't, because we're under the black, so we can't cast anything off of that this turn. Unless we sack the Ruin Crab, but I don't want to do that. So this way I have some kind of removal or anything we can, like, you know, Fiend Artisan away. That sort of thing. They have casualties of, I don't know, aggro mauling. Oh, is that as a sorcery? See, I didn't read. Apparently reading the card explains the card. Ooze. Oozy boy. Coming at you. Three cards left. So this is the game. We attack in, mills cards, one card left. Go search up a 1 mana card. X is 1. Go get, yeah, okay. We just go and get a, oops, did I? X or less, yeah. So we just go get a, whatchamathingy. A Thieves Guild or assassin dude person, they mill out and they win. Okay, we got there with mill against a scary Fiend Artisan deck too, so yikes. Ilzy? Ilzy is our opponent here. Ilzy gonna have the first turn. We have a turn 1 Ruin Crab. Agdeem's Awakening. I think we'll keep this. I mean, not in love with it, but you know, I ain't gonna get mad at it too mad anyways. Early counter magic with the Lofty Denial if we don't want to play the Soaring Thought Thief. So I think we will go ahead and bolt in our Awakening here. Seems pretty good. Bolt in. Awakening, hold up a Lofty Denial or a Soaring Thought Thief. So we're definitely playing, it looks like, that's an interesting thing. The Thieving Skydiver. Okay. Going combat. Lofty Denial. Pass the turn. And have another Lofty Denial up. Probably going to snap off the Lurrus. If they do, we will happily deny that. Loftily, no less. It seems pretty good because they can go ahead and cast things too, but they're just going to pass. All right, they're playing the good old slow game for us. Ruin Crab? Yeah, okay. That's fair. We got a blue source just for the control magic effects here. Yep. Should have attacked first. That's been. Oh, we also should have played the robber too. Womp womp. Yeah, that was bad, because now we can't counter the Lurrus. We'll just kill it. We could counter the, not that one. So we might want to hold on to this, but I think we're going to kill the Lurrus. Can we kill the Lurrus and still have mana up? It's 4, so no. We can't. All right, I think we keep this. I think we just gotta kill the Lurrus, right? We just gotta kill the Lurrus. I don't know if they're playing Jwari Disruption. We're not gonna play around. We're gonna play around Jwari Disruption here. Oops. Kill the Lurrus. And pass turn. So they could just Academ's Awakening here. If they play a land. If they play a swamp, a black producing source here. And we're going to let them attack. If they want to attack, that's fine. They will get in for some damage. Go to attackers. I'm taking the damage. They're just going to pass it along to us. Okay. Enforcer. Get our Lurrus in hand. Pass the turn. We can still Thief Guild Enforcer at the end of our turn if we want, or end of their turn, I should say. They can totally kill that. That's fine if they wanted to do that. Okay, go to our turn. Draw a Clearwater Pathway, which I think we'll go ahead and choose black on. Gonna go ahead and swing in with the Thieves Guild Enforcer here. Opponent's gonna take the damage. We're gonna go for a Lurrus. Lurrus is going to land. Got a second flyer. Ooh, do they have like Extinction Event or something like that here? Oh, that'd be bad. I really hope they don't have Extinction Event. Odd would get rid of the Lurrus and the Thought, everything but the Thought Thief, I should say. The cards we have in our graveyard right now. They can't even draw a card off a Merfolk Windrobber, too. Yikes. All right, so they got all the stuff, though. That's an easy Lofty Denial here. All right. You gotta give it to them. They're really trying. Yeah, okay. Mirror is a hard match to play. I don't know why they gave up. I had 0 cards. I guess the board state's better, but I don't know. Soren Markov 9-2. I don't know, maybe there's not a Soren avatar, but I was like, that'd be a better one, I think. All right, we don't know what we're playing against. Maybe it's Gruul, so maybe Rune Crab will be good for the beginning of the game. Like the removal. Want to draw a flyer soon? That'd be good. See what our opponent plays. If we want to swamp for Blood Chief's Thirst or just Triome. We'll see. Could be Gruul. Just going to Triome. Pass the turn. Looks to be straight up Gruul. With duels. Like that. Oh, interesting. They didn't get a flip. Maybe they didn't get the flip things? Yeah, they did, didn't they? They got the flip one. So, I guess they don't have the temple. No, they got a temple too. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't have a temple. I can't remember. So targets on the Scavenging Ooze seems pretty good. Brush Fire Elementals, meh. Block. Can't block, I forgot about that. So we can actually Bloodchief's Thirst and hold up a counter spell. I think we're gonna do that. Because they are playing on a razor-thin margin of land, so... Well, at least I hope so. We got 2 Lofty Denials, too, so yeah, that's a... Oh, we don't want any of those counters. Those rando counters are not fun for us. Okay, alright. That wasn't very good. Yeah, okay. That's Gruul mid-range. Alright, those were the games. I had a lot of fun in this event. It was a little bit rocky going in because you didn't really know what to expect. We ended up playing with both decks we talked about in the beginning, LuRogues and Izzet spells. I think of the two, Izzet spells went far quicker, far more wins. The hardest matchups were the Lurrus Rogues, the milling decks, just because sometimes you don't have the removal, because there's a lot of other stuff in here that's not removal that, you know, all of your removal can sort of knock off those creatures, but it's just hard to have that instead of like the, oh yeah, the Stormcaller or the Thrill of Possibility or the Crash Through, the Spell Shields, the Ops. Like, there's a lot of instant sorceries in there that don't actually help you remove things from their board, but also progress yours. But I would say that I probably put in more more spell or shell shields. I would be more leaning towards a little bit less aggressive with this because the Sprite Dragons are important, and if you play it out on turn 2 and don't have a way to protect it, generally they just die. Didn't see a whole lot of exile effects, mostly just direct damage or destroy, so the hexproof from that would work out pretty well. So by far the most matches I played with this one were pretty easy. You get land screwed and you just lose, and I didn't put those in there because it's not really, I'm not really playing Magic, and that's not really fun. The other deck that we played through was the LuRogues. This deck was really good, actually. This is the most prevalent thing. I had the most mirrors with this, and those were really difficult for me because you're just sort of like trading little bits of resources, and it's a fight over the Lurrus. So, like, cool, they play one, you can destroy it, you can counter it, you can steal it with a Lull Mage Domination. Probably want to play more of those Lull Mage Domination. Also want to play probably a 4th Aghanim Awakening because chances are they're going to destroy that pretty much on sight. There wasn't a lot of variety when I ended up playing this. It was mostly just mirror matches. So there's a mirror match or two in here in the video. There's also a Gruul match because I just tried to play some. I tried to put a video in here for something that wasn't a mirror for this deck, but it just ended up being like they just kind of died, or they conceded because they couldn't do a whole lot. So it wasn't the greatest stuff to watch, not the greatest content, but it was just to show you that there are some other decks out there you could probably try. But I think it was a lot of fun. I really do like these events, and I hope they do them for all the sets rolling forward. But the deck lists will be in the links below, and I hope that you guys get a chance to play this. I hope you have as much fun as I do. I always enjoy these, and that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Anything like that, all the interaction will help grow the channel. So thank you so much, and don't forget you can only outlast as a sorcery. Cheers.